Hello! On this channel I'm usually making videos about playing the recorder, but today something slightly different, but still kind of recorder related. I want to create a portrait of one of my favourite composers, George Frederick Händel, by writing out the sheet music to one of his pieces, Recorder Sonata in F major. And see, that's where the recorder related bit comes in. And no, this isn't the actual portrait. I hope that is going to turn out a little bit better than this one. To get started, I headed into Procreate on my iPad. I found this portrait of Händel to use for reference and made a simplified version just by drawing out areas of dark and light. Then I printed this out into reality. Next, using pencil, I drew out these tiny manuscript lines for the music to sit on. This was such a fun, enjoyable task that I decided to spread the joy over 2 days. Look, I made a blurry page filled with blurry lines. That's better. Now I'm going to make a tracing of my printed portrait. I'm drawing around all of the shapes and filling in the dark areas so that I can still tell what's what from the tracing. Well, that's oddly satisfying to watch. I made the tracing so that it's easier for me to see where to position Mr. Händel on the manuscript background. All of this white space is going to be just blank paper, but all of these darker areas, the shadows and the features, are going to be filled with the manuscript and the notes. So I need to make sure that all of his important features, like his eyes and his eyebrows, are sitting on the stave lines, otherwise he'll be missing an eyebrow and that would be weird. So that I can transfer the drawing of Mr. Händel, first flip draw with a pencil 4B. Then when I've done all that, flip him back over, reposition him, draw round over the right side of the picture so that the pencil lines from the back of the tracing are left as an impression on the manuscript. Step 1. Turn the tracing over. Step 2. Trace back over the outlines. Don't need to bother filling in the dark areas this time. Now I need to flip it back over so that the original side of the drawing is back facing me, put it into position on the manuscript and then draw back over it again. So I think I'm as happy as I can be with the location of Mr. Händel, so now it's time to trace back over him. I'm just using a biro for this, so that I can tell which parts I've already been over. You don't need to press too hard, just enough to transfer the pencil through from the back, like that. I think I've finished all the outlining, so let's see if he's come through. There he is. Don't know if you can see him. Now the next thing to do is to go through and rub out all of the bits of stave line that I don't want, i.e. all of the bits that are in the white space. Pathetically small bit of eraser. Please subscribe to help me buy a better eraser. Thank you. Hopefully I won't rub out any. It is another day. I am back. He is Händel. And that's a terrible joke. I'm going to start inking in the manuscript lines using this very specialist piece of equipment that we call pen. I do want this manuscript to have a hand-drawn effect. This could look terrible. Okay, I reckon if I start with one of these little short lines in the middle somewhere, if it goes a little bit wrong, you won't be able to tell. Oh look, a wildlife. Well, at the expense of my eyes and sanity, the lines are done. Now I just need to add the music. I know the music in the background isn't Handel's Recorder Sonata in F major, it is Bach's Brandenburg Concerto No. 4, but I don't have the copyright for Händel, so we're just going to have to live with it. The sheet music I'm working from is the recorder part for Recorder Sonata in F major. It's surprisingly difficult to copy it out without making a mistake, so I'm glad I went with the pencil first. I've done about 4.5 lines worth of writing of notes. I haven't filmed all that because, to be honest, it was unutterably dull. Very orange jumper. I finished writing in all the music yesterday in pencil, and today I've got to go over it in pen. It took hours to write it in, far longer than you would think. It probably took about 6 or 7 hours. And here is the ink starting to happen. Why do I hold my pens like that? That's just not right. And now, stand by for some fascinating footage of my big old head. Oops. Well, after many hours of work and also many cups of tea, I am tantalisingly close to finishing this project. I've just got to rub out the pencil guidelines. It's done. Well, this one was definitely a test of my patience as much as anything else, but I think I'm quite happy with how it turned out in the end. What do you reckon? If you would like to see more music-related art or other recorder stuff, then please do hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye!